let's start this review, boys and girls. As you can see, I have the two Mistika, as there was a special offer. I've just come back from Tesco just right now, and they had these two. They have all the Mistika on them, like clearance sale for really dirt cheap prices. I bought the last two Mistika that I needed. As you know, I already reviewed these four over here. The last two I needed to complete my collection, so I finally have all six of them, all the Makuta, Toa. Then I'll just be left to get the two remaining vehicles, and I'll have all the Mistika series. I think there's two vehicles in the Mistika series. Yeah, I think that's about it. So let's start reviewing. What's this Toa's name? Oh, Toa Gali. Alright, let's move these boxes out of the way. I'll be reviewing this one, then the next one, then Anura. He'll be next. Let's move these boxes out of the way. Alright, let me get the little scissor to cut the packet open. Now I need to talk about the box, as I already talked about in the past reviews. You know, same story applies to this one. So let's open this up. Try and squeeze carefully without damaging the actual box. Let's have a look. Let me just quickly check which were if there's any Mistika stuff. Oh, no. Alright then, let me just search for any. What the hell is this? Some new shield piece. That's the mask. Man, that looks ugly, man. What the fuck is that? So some proper random pieces here. Oh, let's start building this. Let's start building this tower up. And yeah, we'll go from there then. Yeah, that's so good. Well, so yeah, so actually I'm quite happy I've got these last two because I haven't really seen them in stores, so I was quite happy that I saw them on a clearance sale, so I quickly bought the last two remaining ones that I needed, so I won't have to bother hunting these anymore. I think the next, after this, once I get the Matanu set still has not been stocked up at the shops that I normally go to, so I'm really annoyed about that. That's the one set I just need to get, and no one seems to be bloody selling the damn thing. But I hopefully all this like running around I'm doing, it is worthwhile set, because it looks pretty cool from the pictures. It's quite small from what I've heard, but hopefully there won't be a letdown when the actual set is finally released. This is the Toa form of the Toa for Matanui, not the Titan form. The Titan form hasn't come out here yet, because I haven't seen it. I might check on Lego Shop at Home UK and see what those guys are doing. If it is out in Shop at Home, then I will try getting it, because that set looks quite big. From what I've been hearing, it's bigger than the Explorer T9 set. So we'll have to wait and see when the set comes. What is that? Pieces. A lot of silver pieces in this, more than there's only a few blue pieces. Because if this is meant to be the Toa of water, there should be more pieces than. There should be more blue pieces than silver. Save more story with these Bionicles. So, or they only like change a few pieces and they bring a whole new like series of Bionicles out with a few upgrades, and that's about it. Nothing like mainly does change with these guys. You always end up seeing the same pieces in all the other. You might just see a few upgrades, a few little bits and bobs. But the main sets are mostly the same. Like the pieces and stuff like that. Interesting. This set actually looks pretty basic, man. There's only a few bits and bobs, so I don't know. I'll have to wait and see once it's fully built, and I can fully talk about this set. But so far it's looking okay, except for that there's a heavily lot of silver pieces, so not a good start. Because this is meant to be like the Toa water, so it should be like more bluish than silver. Some little rocket things that attach to her feet. That's odd. A lot of random pieces. A lot of random pieces. Alright, that's for the little Matoran. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was up with about the little Matoran being attached at the back of the Toas. So I don't know what's the story behind that. That's some power up or some shit like that. Doesn't look promising. Let's loose a bit. Now for the headpiece to be connected up. These are Matoran. There's like these new Matoran heads that not Matoran, the Metro new heads that they started using with like half of the back bit like missing. Because if you remember, the Metro new heads were quite long at the back. Actually, wait, they were. I think they were the same, but it's just like these brains they've cut down, so they don't stick out the back. This is quite cool. These bits. These are probably like the ugliest mask I've seen in. That's just not, don't look right. Ugly motherfucker. Yeah, it's got some Batman type ears on it or something. What the hell's going on here? Batman. Oh, I should have known that head was going to stick up there. Finally, we've come to the end of this thing. Let me just put this stuff away. So here we have the completed set of Toa Gali Mistika. Overall, it's quite a basic set. It's not that, you know, just a few random bits and bobs on the set. I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, like some turbo thing, booster thing going on here. Some next, I don't know, shoulder padding type thing, as you can see there. Shape. Some Batman ears. If you don't have them like that. Yeah. Batman ears going on there. The mask is pretty ugly, so it's like, I don't know, I think they're trying to copy Kolpaka here with this little eyepiece here. And this mid-act blaster trying to impersonate some little mini gun or some type of machine gun type thing with a little aiming. This is the only normal Lego system piece here, like a little lightsaber. The set is pretty basic, there's not much I could talk about it actually. The colour scheme is quite poor, I have to say. There's more silver than there is blue. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's only 11 blue pieces. And how many silver pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 silver pieces. Now that is not right. It should be more blue than silver, since this is Toa of the water Toa. This is more like the Toa Protodermis or some neck silver thing. But I don't know what Lego was thinking. So yeah, that's basically the Toa Gali at her prime. Not really all that good of a set, I would say. Playability, yeah, just like the rest of the Mistika, you can, if you remove the gun, you would, play around with it. Let's just move on to ratings, because I really can't say much about this set, because it's not really all that. Ratings, I'll probably give this out of probably 4 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, let's stick to 4 actually. 4 out of 10 I'll give this set. Because there's not actually much going on. It's pretty basic. Not really, um, there's nothing new actually, like, it just looks plain and boring. They try to spice up with these little random pieces here, but it's just not work. I don't know. If you like it, then go and buy it. But I just bought it since I just buy all the sets just to complete the collection, regardless how shit they look. But yeah, that's me. Yeah, if you're a fan of them, buy them. If you're not really, if you don't bother collecting all of them, then fuck it, don't buy it. Pieces, yeah, if you're interested in these random bits, you wanna build a mock out of it, then yeah, you're welcome to do it. But that's about it really. That's the end of my Toa Gali Mistika review. In the next video I'll be reviewing Toa Anua, the Toa of Earth, the Mistika. And this will be my final Mistika review for the Toas. After that, later on maybe I'll try reviewing the 2 remaining vehicles that I said I would, the Jet Rex and the Rocco. So yeah, watch out for those. And if there's any other Mistika that I find, I'll probably review them as well. Let's just get that out of the way. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and just post comments down below as usual and whatnot. And that's it really. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next review.